Mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor. We here in the village of Dalton, and we about to get our skate on.
People on the internet and in her own community have been calling her the most corrupt mayor in America. And here are some of the things she's been accused of. Stripping business licenses away from people that don't contribute to her charity, pay-for-play kickbacks and bribes, taking lavish first-class trips on the taxpayer dime, making the city pay for her own personal ice skating ring, using the taxpayer money as a marketing budget for self-promotion for things like 122 billboards with her face on it, and using tens of thousands of taxpayer money dollars per month to hire a PR firm that's designed to clean up her image.
Urban politician Tiffany Henyard has lost another key ally. Until recently, Henyard enjoyed near unanimous support on the Thornton Township Board, but now trustee Carmen Carlisle says after trusting Henyard and remaining silent.
Tiffany Henyard has been named America's most corrupt mayor, and for good reason. A close examination of her behavior raises the question of how she hasn't been put behind bars yet. Fortunately, public opinion appears to concur, as Henyard is currently under increasing scrutiny and demands for justice. Like many public leaders, Dalton Henyard's mayor is facing criticism, and it looks like her reign may end soon. She is being accused of corruption and abusing her position of authority on social media. This super mayor's alleged misappropriation of cash has further burdened Dalton, a small town already beset by debt, according to reports. Despite the overwhelming evidence, two lawyers for Dalton trustees, Bert Odson and Michael McGrath, publicly denounced Henyard's egregious mismanagement in an interview with a local news channel. They spent thousands on lavish parties, expensive vacations, and even an unauthorized ice rink that the town could not possibly afford. Despite the enormous public opinion against her and the fact that she has not yet produced any hard evidence of her innocence, Henyard is not giving up easily. She and her attorney are attempting to put up a defense, but it is obvious that they are losing the battle. The town's citizens, the media, and the evidence all call for explanations. The Henyards. At this point, one might wonder why Henyard is still defending herself without a lawyer. The lawyer seems to be more concerned with her safety, saying that her removal from security detail put her at risk. Few people seem to believe this story, but he does have the backing of acting police chief Louis Lacey, who is also being investigated for bankruptcy fraud. Town residents are demanding answers and their money back, wondering where it went and why no one prevented Henyard from using it to finance her extravagant lifestyle. They believe that the damage created by the discoveries already made public can be undone.
You're not going to understand until they put those cuffs on you. You're not going to understand it. You don't care. But baby, they on to you.
It is a shame that we, the public, can't ask you anything about the BMWs, the Range Rovers, all of that. It's like you're keeping all of that hidden from the taxpayers, and we pay for those.
You're not going to follow fiction, a made-up story. It is a smear campaign going on right now.
She spent money that wasn't hers, and others are shocked by how daring she was to act as though she really thought she was beyond the law. Irresponsibility, and even the trustees were stunned when the shocking figures were ultimately disclosed.
At Amazon. What a slap in the face to everybody that resides in 60419 zip code.
We have to find a way to rid ourselves of that religion, malevolence, administration that we now live in.
Since it seems that people trust Lori Lightfoot to deliver justice, the trustees decided that it was best for the former mayor of Chicago to continue leading the investigation into Tiffany Henyard. Looked offended by the ruling, stating that the FBI alone should be in charge of the investigation and that there was no justification for paying Lightfoot to perform a task that wasn't hers.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was there.
Okay, nobody goes. We gonna clear the room in a minute.
Briefly addressing residents before her mic was shut off.
Okay. Even though they turned the mics off, we will continue working on behalf of the residents of Dalton, and we will give you the facts that you deserve. Why we pay anybody any money if y'all have the actual people, meaning the FBI people?
Henyard has no chance of opposing Lori Lightfoot, who is treating the probe seriously. Lightfoot has already found a number of problems, such as that the mayor has yet to submit important records that are needed by state law, which is concerning.
Under state law, the village reports to the comptroller of the state each fiscal year. Two documents that were involved specifically specifically about are the annual financial report, and you see the citation there, it's a state law, and the audited financial statements. The village has not, and let me repeat that, the village has not complied with these statutory requirements since fiscal year 2021. There's no annual financial report available after 2021, and no audited financial statements after 2021. So what that means is the information that we're providing you has not been thoroughly audited by us today, but we do have information coming from an entity that essentially serves.
Although it could have been a joyous occasion if she had paid for it herself, it's hardly shocking considering that we've already seen a video of her joyfully enjoying the creation of her own ice skating rink. The rink was constructed with government resources, which people who already face daily difficulties don't need to put up with her blatant financial mismanagement.
It's your mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor. We here in the village of Dawson and we about to get our skate on. Remember, when all 5 of them trustees said no, look what God did.
Together with the ice, of course, she has used government funds for more than just Frank. According to a former employee, she has been spending thousands of dollars on opulent trips and expensive vacations at the cost of the general people.
I mean, it's huge. About 2 trips a month, 3 to 6 days for every trip. I would say 95% of them are unrelated to the township. You know, she went to Portland, Oregon for some conference called Her Voice, like a women in power leading other women to God. Anybody who knows when you're using taxpayer funds, when you start putting religion into it, it's a touchy situation because you govern in the township 190,000 voters. Not all of them believe the same thing you do.
How is she living when she goes on these trips?
It's outside of her own pay scale. That's how she's living. She's not living a $300,000 a year life like she's making. She's living a $1 million life because she's keeping her money and spending ours. You get a $600 per day per diem. You don't turn in receipts for those.
Which is very generous per diem.
You shouldn't be swiping the credit card for anything, ma'am. Why do I see all of your meals on here? Why do I see your hotels on here?
What kind of hotel does she stay in? Is it fancy?
Yeah, Hyatt, Hilton, Four Seasons.
Four Seasons?
Oh yeah, you name it. Just the best of everything for her. Flying first class to Las Vegas. Her and Keith Freeman. I know the news didn't say that. He put out her $3,700 flight for herself.
She bought a $3,700 flight to Las Vegas?
But Keith Freeman's flight was the same amount. Her and Carmen Carlisle had, $1,600.
In addition, she's keen to show off her wealth and influence to the extent that her visage is displayed on every billboard in the town, which has caused ongoing complaints from the locals.
Really?
She's a villain. She really don't be doing nothing for us. She tried to make a big show, a big act, but she's not doing stuff that really needs to be done.
We heard that the FBI is in town looking into her.
They are.
What is she allegedly guilty of, do you think?
Stealing that money. Because her family works with her. Most likely she's stealing money and giving it to her family and using it for herself instead of giving it to the people that actually need it. And she be having her names all on the trucks and stuff. Like, it be everything.
As if they are the ones at fault, Tiffany keeps denying all of the accusations made against her, telling the public that they have been misled by deception and deceit, even though she shared all of the damning proof on social media.
Can you please state your name?
Janelle Tech. I have heard, I've not seen for myself, I don't know, that there is what I would consider a rogue vehicle being paid for by the township, a luxury BMW. And I want to know, was that budgeted last year and in the 2025 budget? And who is it for? And what does that person actually do? That he or she needs that kind of vehicle.
All right, is that it? Are you done? Are you done?
Take a look at this video to see how the residents are obviously tired of her and don't believe anything she says anymore. For instance, when she was speaking, some left, and the commotion even led to a small-scale demonstration. Even in a town of about 20,000 residents, Tiffany maintains that her extensive security detail is justified. She fired a top police officer who questioned this, and the officer subsequently disclosed that Dalton is facing a crime has increased due to a lack of police on the streets. But Tiffany has been paying many of the policemen to drive her around and run errands. High overtime pay that is entirely paid for by taxpayers.
Your critics say that you have a significant security detail. First of all, how large is your police department in Dalton, and what is your security detail?
So we have about 45 officers in our village. My security is warranted due to the fact of threats and things of that nature, but what people are not stating is it's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it comes with the seat. That's what people are not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this and say,
In order to bolster this assertion, Lori provided her own proof that these policemen were receiving outrageous compensation, and there was nothing that could be done to stop her at the time, even though one of them wasn't even eligible for overtime.
What we saw is two outliers in the office. Officer Henyard and Officer Lavish. Both of these individuals in the last 2 years have earned more in overtime than their base compensation. And you can see these numbers here. Officer Henyard in FY 2023 earned $194,290 total in the base salary and the overtime, and then FY 2024 that increased to $227,351, combining the base salary and the overtime. Officer Reed for FY 2023 had a total earnings of $145,450, and officer in FY 2024 $192,730.
In her talk, Lori Lightfoot illustrated how the general budget positive balance has given way to negative balance under Tiffany Henyard's term.
A graphic that depicts where we started as of April, where the village started as of April of 22, with positive of $5.6 million in the general fund, and where we are as of May of 2024, which is a negative $3.65 million.
Just kind of a summary number, just quick numbers. So in a 2-year span, we're talking about a $9 million swing or $9 million of deficit over that course of time.
She even uncovered credit card purchases from companies like Amazon, Best Buy, and others. The crowd was so shocked that some of them couldn't help but laugh in disbelief.
We want to highlight a couple of credit card purchases.
The crowd was so shocked that she even discovered credit card purchases from Amazon, Best Buy, and other businesses. Startled that a few of them couldn't contain their laughter and incredulity,
A couple of credit card purchases. You're having the same reaction that we did in this hour. So in particular, we were very concerned to see the top 3 purchases that were highlighted for you that were booked on January 5th of 2023. That's roughly $40,000, a little more than that, in credit card purchases on Amazon in the same day. And our understanding is that the village is not having an Amazon account. These are somebody using one of the credit cards and charging these amounts using your tax.
Tiffany said in a reporter's interview that she had never used a credit card for personal needs. That although she traveled to Las Vegas, she did not afford the vacation using public funds.
do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
She also denied it.
Additionally, she denied having any ownership or managerial responsibilities for the organization she founded, which she said that she was only utilized as the organization's spokesperson after receiving taxpayer cash.
Set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany t-shirt, people gonna buy it. Because right now, consider what? Clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just say my name.
You said you don't have a foundation.
I do not. And that's what I tell everybody go do.
We cannot expect her to naively admit to all of her offenses, even though it would undoubtedly make things easier and less uncomfortable for her. In any case, it's just a matter of. That's all for now. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below for any developments. There is still time before she is arrested, so let's wait for the big day. Press the bell symbol. Until we meet again, thanks for watching Visual Vortex.